My lovely Cancer, what is up? Welcome back to another Four Paths Healing Tarot message. I'm glad that you rejoined. For whatever reason in the world, he said, I'm going to check this girl out again. Thank you and welcome to the space. We are going to do money, career, fortune this week. However it resonates with you. Some of you might be retired. Some of you may be just starting out in your career, but we're going to take whatever messages come up for you, Cancer, related to money, career, finances, fortune. Some of you might be wanting to start your own business, entrepreneurial venture, whatever it is. We're going to see what Spirit has for you. Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. For Cancer, please. Messages for Cancer. One out here, two out here. Anything else, God, Angel, Spirit Guides? For Cancer, please. All right. I'm hearing to go one more time. I usually just give the cards out here and then start recording, but why not? All right. Okay. Cool. We have two messages out here, and then we're wanting some tarot as well. All right. The first one is illumination. And it says, something hidden is coming to light now. Oh, that's a beautiful feeling, finally. You find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. Someone lends you a helping hand. You might be coming out of a time, Cancer, where you felt like there were no other options, especially in this job market for those of you who are still in the workforce. Maybe there's something that you've been really wanting to do, and maybe you felt like you couldn't do it. Maybe you felt like you didn't have the skill to do it. Maybe the kind of thing that you really wanted to do, you didn't know where to go to look for that thing. But all of a sudden, here you are being invited to opportunities that are in direct alignment with that thing that it is that you want to do. That's what's coming up for me. Flashback. It says, people from the past return. You may work with a previous coworker or take back an old job. You get a second chance. All right, so these are some very interesting messages. As a matter of fact, I've never seen these particular cards come out together like this. Very interesting. So what I'm also getting right now is that right now, with whatever you're working through, whatever you're going through, you could be revisiting old jobs that you had, old opportunities that you had, because you're trying to heighten your sense of motivation to get movement flowing, to get moving. And so, sorry about the outside noise. Hopefully it's not too distracting. And so as you're doing this, you might be being reminded of an old colleague, an old supervisor, an old job that maybe you left, maybe you had to leave, but it was a good place for you. And so you're like, okay, maybe I'll revisit that. Maybe I'll try that again. So that's what's coming up for me. For you, Cancer. All right, now we're going to get some messages out here from tarot. Now, these didn't pop out, but this feels like a trailer. The Nine of Wands. This pops out quite a bit for you, Cancer, in my readings. Enough for me to feel a resonance here, that this is a familiar energy that you're working through, feeling guarded. You've been through some interesting things. It has not been a cakewalk. And when it comes to work and career, you probably have been injured emotionally, maybe physically, but I'm really feeling emotionally and mentally injured. Maybe having supervisors or people make you feel like your talent is not talent at all, or making you feel like you don't have the right degrees or the right skill. I'm just getting that energy. And so this is a process for you, working through getting back out there or getting out there to look for new opportunities. It's related to potentially a fear of being hurt or harmed again. I'm feeling like there's some old potential workplace trauma that you're kind of working through right now. It could be also too that with what you are experiencing right now, things that you thought were extremely wild back a while ago when you're going through it, right now you're looking at it like, you know what, that wasn't so bad because I have more understanding, I have awareness now. That's what's coming up. God, angel, spirit guides, more messages for Cancer related to career, money, fortune, messages that you want Cancer to know right now. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For Cancer, please. For Cancer, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. What do you want Cancer to know? Money, career, finances, fortune. I keep getting this feeling that I'm speaking to someone who is really feeling like it's like a desert. It's a desert out in the workplace. Whoever I'm speaking to, maybe just a couple of you, maybe this is just a very specific message. And the way that the cards are kind of not, you know, I'm doing some readings and cards flying out. But right now, it just feels like there's this deep belief that there's something blocking you or something getting in the way. It's like a dry land, like it's desert, like there's no opportunities. But it feels like Spirit wants you to know that there are opportunities for you. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For Cancer, please. Okay, you're coming out of something too, though. So there's another message coming out that you are coming out of a turbulent time. If you don't know this, Spirit wants you to know that you are definitely coming out of a turbulent time. Because I have the Hangman in reverse. You know, the Hangman is already upside down, but it popped out upright. It's okay to know that you've learned the lessons. You've learned the lessons. Some Pisces energy, but the moon is you too for me as a reader, because Cancer, you're led by the moon. Trusting. It's time to trust that you have what you need, that you have the skill, that you have what is desired to go after a new job or a new project. You have all that you need to get started, to get moving. The Five of Swords, but it's reverse. You're moving out of, I want to tell you that it's okay to know that where you go, the potential, this has been coming out for a lot of cards, a lot of readings, but upright. But for you, it's in reverse. This feels like it's important for you to know that the nastiness, the betrayal, the working with people who are competing with you, who want to be right, you know, people, you know, working to throw you under the bus to look good for the boss, that the nasty, weird stuff that happens in finances and career, that really is workplace trauma, that is not something that's going to follow you. That it's okay to have faith that there's something different that you can experience. If you've, Cancer, if you felt like every time, everywhere I've worked, it's been the same nonsense, the same kind of people, like on repeat. If that has been your experience, then it feels like Spirit wants you to know that that is not inherently what you were supposed to experience. That was just there to give you a certain experience, or to give you a certain experience, but to give you certain understanding about the nature of people. But it's not that everywhere you go, that's going to be there. You're coming out of seeing things from that upside down perspective, okay? I hope that resonates. I hope that makes sense, resonates and it makes sense. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles here. What is here for you? Couple of things flooding through. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. It's okay to have your own style of, it's okay to trust your own desire related to what you want to experience in work, career, money, finances, entrepreneur. You can have your independent idea and be successful. You might have some idea or something that you want to do that nobody would understand, no one would agree with, but it's okay. It's just for you. It's for you to have that. That's one that's coming up. But then also too, it's okay to have financial independence. If there's anyone that I'm speaking to right now where you have been, you know, possibly relying on someone else has been helping you, and maybe you feel that you owe someone something. This, for me as a reader, is letting me know that I need to let you know that it's okay for you to have your independence. It's okay for you to have your own home, your own career, right? That is just for what's good for you, your own car, your own clothes, the luxury that comes with working really hard, that you get to have that. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I feel like I need to let someone know that if you've been feeling guilt about having the kind of life that you really want, it's time to let that go. It's time to let that go. Maybe you were with a supervisor or a job or a boss, or maybe in a relationship, maybe both, where something about that dynamic made you feel guilt about having everything that you want. Because there's also the 5 of Pentacles out here, and there's also the King of Pentacles, and then, as I shared with you, the 9 of Pentacles. There's an interesting dynamic here, okay? This is what you're leaving, but this also feels like this has to do with mindset too, about what you deserve. You don't have to be out here walking in the snow or in the cold, in the elements, not having all that you need to be successful. It just feels like I'm speaking to someone, Cancer, where you feel guilty for wanting the best. And if that is a mindset that you've been walking around with and having, it's time to let it go. Because if you are experiencing financial lack, if you are experiencing loss, financial restrictions, feeling like it's never your turn, some of that is because you are coming out of a belief set that you don't deserve. But it's time. It's time to know that you can have what it is that you want and that you deserve it. It's time for you to get on this throne. Also, too, there may be someone around you who's trying to offer you support. Maybe they know of a connection related to an old job. Maybe it's this person here, this old job, an old colleague, and they want to offer you something that will financially liberate you. Some news might be coming in about this, or maybe it recently has. You don't know if you can trust it, but it's an opportunity to shift out of the hardship, to shift out of the season of not having enough. Something is turning around for you, for sure, with the reversal of the Hangman. This is unknown, though, because this is on the bottom of the deck. This is Pisces energy, but the moon always reminds me of Cancer because, you know, Cancer, the moon is your planet, right? But this feels like it's unknown. You might have, beneath this card is a 2 of Pentacles. You might have some decisions that you need to make. You're weighing some things right now. You don't know which option is the long term, which is the short term, which is going to be good for you, which is not. You don't really know that representing the 2K9 here. You don't know what it's going to be, but I think the whole goal of this is to follow the fact that you get to have what it is that you want. Okay, so paying attention to the opportunities that get you closer to having the luxury, the abundance, the financial independence that you deserve and that you desire. Deserve and desire. Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. We're going to get some final messages out here for you, Cancer. Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. Final messages for Cancer. Loving, healing, helpful messages for Cancer. Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. What do you want Cancer to know? Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. Ooh. All right. To this 5, right? This situation will improve. It's something that you have to know, like you know. It's been a lot of it's been a faith reading day for me as a reader. Like I'm speaking and channeling, and it's all about faith and surrender. Trusting divine timing for sure. Communicate clearly what it is that you want. For those of you where you might be revisiting some opportunities, these opportunities are emerging. Maybe you have to decide between 2 different decisions. Whatever it is that feels right to you, pay raise, you're marketing your services at a fee, communicate clearly, especially with this being upside down. This feels like a caution that wasn't in the original message. I need to tell you now, you might be dealing with a customer or people who might be keeping language related to the financial pieces vague for a reason. As much as possible, get very clear, write it out clearly. It's going to be good for you to do that. It's really important for you to write it out clearly, be very, very clear, for anyone who might be trying to deceive, right? There might be an energy around that's not exactly trusting, maybe with one of these new jobs or one of these new opportunities, especially for those of you where you have people paying for your services. Get very clear. Success. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. This feels like the sun. Okay. I know that there is no greater goal than to loving that you have your experiences, loving that the universe is supporting you. Self-love, right? Here we go. Self-love. Loving yourself enough to know that you deserve to have the best. There's nothing wrong with wanting luxury and good things for you. Despite your past, that's an old story. Despite the experiences from the past, those are old stories. I'm talking about right now, Cancer. You deserve what it is that you want, and you're willing to work for it. That's an important thing with this discipline out here, okay? It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to do, and then taking steps to get it done. You know, I was listening to something yesterday, and the way that they describe this idea of, we'll wait for the universe, like, okay, God, when is that money going to come? Or when is this loving partner? You know, we'll have these, like, oh God, maybe tomorrow, maybe next month, you know, maybe in 6 months. We're just waiting for the universe to let the blessing drop. But what if the universe is kind of waiting and chomping at the bit for us? Like, okay, when are they going to pray? When are they going to take this step? You know, just waiting to bless us. And it's something about this discipline card that is making me revisit that idea that I just shared with you. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. There might be something that it's time for you to do to show the universe that, okay, you're going to match me because I'm making the steps in this direction because I believe. All right, that's what I have for you, my lovely Cancer. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, day, evening, whenever you see this. When I first started this channel, I didn't know if I'd get 3, 4, 5 subscribers. I didn't know. And I was scared like hell, okay, for a lot of different reasons, but I couldn't ignore the nudge anymore to do this and to serve you in this way. So I want to say thank you for your lovely comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. If you like this channel and it feels healthy for you, I'd love for you to subscribe and join the family. If you just need to pop in and get a quick read, I'm glad that you did and you chose me. And I hope I get to see you next week in another 4 Paths Healing Tarot message. Take care of yourselves. Bye.